Good morning. I have a new guest here today. It's Jared, and I'm Jenny from DS Tech. We're going to share with you today the latest big security breach, which was LastPass. And a couple episodes ago, Tim and I talked about some of the top security breaches, but this one wasn't on our list because it had just happened and we didn't have it on our list. So we want to go over that, and we want to go over, why you should use a password manager. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Password manager apps and all that kind of stuff. And you know what? While I am telling you about this particular security breach, make sure you're on our newsletter so that you know when things like this happen. If I know, I'm going to tell you, because I write that newsletter every week and keep you updated on the news and tips and all kinds of stuff that you can use to make your day better, I guess, more productive, and know what's going on in the security world, which is a growing concern.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
It's not going to go away. So tell us what you have about LastPass security breach and what you want to.
So in simple terms, we know that there was a security incident with LastPass, and LastPass is a service where you store all your passwords, but you also can store other information like, the codes to your bank safe, or other information that isn't just password. You can store anything.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Securely, yeah.
So is there like a place in the menu?
Yep, there's a secure notes section.
Oh,
but
I gotta check it out.
We'll talk about that a little bit.
Okay,
because
cool.
There was some interesting things about this breach.
Okay.
So the important thing to understand with LastPass is you're supposed to use a really hard password to get into it, and then from there it's managing a bunch of random passwords that you could never memorize.
Right.
So it's much more secure doing it that way rather than having a bunch of passwords that are easier to guess or reusing them, because we're humans. That's what we default to doing. But what happened with LastPass is somebody stole we don't know how many, but databases were stolen. Mm-hmm. So if Jenny's using LastPass, a database containing all her passwords were stolen. Now that sounds really scary.
It does.
But it's less scary because it's essentially a bunch of gibberish to the hacker because it's all encrypted.
Oh, okay.
So with LastPass, if you forget your password, bummer, you're going to start over because it's all encrypted using your password.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So there's, if you have a LastPass account and, we know that they were breached, the chances of a hacker getting into your data, it's going to take a long time. It takes a computer cracking potentially hundreds of years to get into it. Mm-hmm. But a computer could guess your password. Mm-hmm. Or they can, now that they have it, they can sit there just grinding away at it, and they'll probably eventually get it.
So if you do have LastPass, should you change your password?
Yes. So step one, they have your database.
Okay.
So they have this data in an encrypted, hard to crack form. Think of it as like they have an enormous safe, and all inside are all your passwords, but to date, we really don't have the tools to get into a safe like this very well. But if you have a LastPass account, reset your password. Mm-hmm. Eventually, they might get in, and they're going to try to go to your current LastPass account and see what's fresh and light for the taking. And as a precaution, they might eventually get into that LastPass database.
What about the multi-factor?
For LastPass?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, in this situation, it's all bypassed. Because they have it. So, think of like this piece of paper.
Oh, I see what you mean. They actually have
They have the data.
Okay.
Yep, they have a local copy on, like, it's like they stuck their USB drive. This is not what happened, but this is a
just
simple example. Someone sticks their USB drive into the LastPass server, pulls all the databases down, and now they're grinding away at it at their home, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Right? So multi-factor didn't play a role here. They managed to bypass that. So moving forward, you should reset your LastPass account, and you should assume that eventually someone is going to get all the passwords in that account.
So change all your passwords?
So change all your passwords. Right. It's disappointing, but it is a reality in there. But in the meantime, something really important to consider is not all the information in LastPass was encrypted. So you save a password in LastPass. A lot of times you save what it was for. So you say, oh, this is my Amazon.com account. This is my Citibank account. That information is not encrypted. So now they have a list of all the accounts you use. What do you think they might do with that?
Go to the site and try to hack it, right?
They're going to also send you really good phishing emails.
Oh.
Because now they know
even better.
Jenny uses Amazon and Jenny uses your gym membership and your,
So they'll
Comcast.
get your password instead of decrypting and spending all that time trying to figure it out.
Yep.
They just phish.
They could just what we'd call spear phishing.
Yeah.
They could really hone in on a really targeted attack. That's probably going to be the most effective thing for them. So it's heightened awareness of, again, does Amazon send me emails that I should reset my password at random times? Probably not. Just what do you typically get? Can you call and verify? We've talked about this in some previous.
Recordings. You know what? Me and Tim were thinking we should go through the videos and see how many times we say this.
Right.
Don't click the link.
Right. Don't click the link.
Don't
See, I
click
can't
the
even
link.
say it.
I know. Don't click the link.
Yep.
Seriously.
Right.
Go to the website. And I've had to do this recently too because there have been really good phishing emails.
There have been.
And I'm like,
There've
okay,
been some doozies.
is there really a Dell invoice? I'm like, I'm not clicking the link. And I told our accounts payable, I'm like, don't, because they got it too. It went to them too.
Right.
And I'm like, and it was fake. Because sure enough, I went into our account and that invoice doesn't exist. So.
Right. That's sketchy, right?
It's creepy.
It is.
It's creepy how good they are at getting you to open their emails.
Yep.
So anyway.
So the next step is, I guess the next question is, should I stop using a password manager? One of the biggest password manager companies got breached.
Yeah.
Should I? What would be a safer alternative? Well, the short answer is, from a security perspective, a password manager still makes more sense. You using summer 2023 as your password, or things you can remember easily. And as a human, we tend to try to reuse passwords or add a 1 or something like that to the end of it. That is not as secure as using a password manager.
Right.
So, or writing them down on a piece of paper or saving them on an Excel sheet. Just consider the alternatives, right? Alternative password solutions are not better than a password manager.
Right.
So, should you continue using LastPass? It's not a bad idea to explore alternatives. They still did a good job encrypting a lot of data. It's a bummer that they are such a big company and they're in the spotlight for being targeted.
But that's why.
Because
they are big and everybody uses them. So yeah.
And it's still a more secure alternative than anything we have presently. So
cool. So keep using it.
Yeah, keep using it or
change your passwords.
Yep. No matter what, even if you're going to move away from LastPass,
change your passwords.
Change your LastPass passwords. Assume the worst over time. It would really stink for 2 years from now for someone to suddenly get into an account because they finally managed to breach it.
Okay. I know internally we talked about it and we're just like slowly going through because some of us have a lot of passwords. Yeah. So just doing like so many a day.
Right. Yeah. What are your heavy hitters? And a lot of times there's an opportunity to go back and realize
this one wasn't a good password.
Yeah, this wasn't a good password.
I do have some of those. Yeah, for sure.
And LastPass does a good job showing you like where you're repeating passwords. Yeah. And I know for my personal account, that I share with my family, we had some repeating passwords. So it's an opportunity to just further enhance your security.
Excellent. Okay. So that covers it, right?
I think so. That covers it.
That was the big breach. I mentioned getting on our newsletter, and it's at dstech.net under news. Okay. And if you own a business and would like us to scan your network for holes in your security or for where passwords have been breached, right?
Yep.
We have that.
We can scan for passwords that are breached, and we can even scan for passwords that are floating around your network that you should put into a password manager.
Okay. And you can get that by asking for it at security@dstech.net. So make it a great day, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.